Inspire Brand Consulting had been on my heart for years before I made my quantum leap and started my own business. I had known that I wanted to impact the lives of women in a deep and profound way. Before I even had a name for the business, before I went back to school to learn how to be a transformational leadership and lifestyle coach, I knew that there was something deep inside of me that I wanted to express. And yet, I felt so incredibly uncertain. I felt weighed down by my circumstances. I felt totally unclear as to how I would be going about creating a business based on me and my worth and my value. It was a very, very, very scary time. And yet, I was high potential, I was high performing, and I was high achieving. I'd done well in school. I graduated at the top of my class in graduate school. I was part of running an executive team of a nonprofit that was doing really, really well and doing great things. And I was uncertain. So I truly do get it. But I've dedicated my life and my career to unlocking myself and my clients and potentially you from the vice of the quicksand of waiting for perfect. And I can support you make your quantum leap. I've created a scientifically based and proven 8-step formula called the 8-step quantum leap framework that will support you in making your inner shifts and doing the inner work that will unlock your brilliance and ultimately support you in creating the life that you'd most love living. No more settling for less than your brilliance. So let's start talking about what is your brilliance. You are very special. There's something unique about you, about your gifts, about your talent that is divinely designed for you to express. It may be that you want to start a business around this expression of yourself. It may be that you want to support others in their expression of themselves. It may be that you want to raise your hand for the next promotion because you know that your gift will support your organization live its best self. Whatever that desire is, it is uniquely yours and only you can express it. That is your brilliance. And because it is second nature to you, most likely it is unnoticed, under-nurtured, and under-expressed by you currently if you're feeling frustrated. Your brilliance is your purpose. It is your core value. It is who you truly are and who you are when you show up as your best self. Right now, you might feel the tug on your heartstrings to be expressing your brilliance in a bigger, bolder way. But it might seem scary to you. Where do you start? And certainly expressing your brilliance might require you to answer questions like, who are you to be an expert in this area? Or to feel like my parents would be so disappointed if I left the career and life that I've spent so much money and time investing in and creating. Does it even make sense for me to express my brilliance? I've spent all this time building a career in this particular direction, and is it worth the risk of now going in a direction based on something that's just an interest or a passion? You might be feeling like, could you monetize your idea? Where to start? What to do next? I get it. The 8-step quantum leap framework starts with step number 1, identify, know, and own your brilliance. What are your true dreams and goals? The more you can get clear on what it is that you actually want to be doing with your time and your energy, the more you're able to focus your time and energy on creating that very special part of who you are and expressing yourself in that way. You've got to be able to allow yourself to step into that role more fully. I'll teach you the science and the art of activating your brilliance. Step number 2 is all about reframing your self-limiting beliefs. We do what we feel, we do what we believe, not what we think. Living your brilliance and creating a lifestyle that you most love to live is not about logically thinking your way through it. It is about being your brilliance. So there are all kinds of BS belief system that you might be unconsciously and subconsciously living by. And what I will teach you to do is to identify those self-limiting beliefs and to reframe them so that you are talking to yourself in a more empowered, more amped up way. Step number 3 is all about prioritizing your big, bold ideas. What is it that you really want to be doing, and how do you prioritize that thing to be number 1 in your life? Now, this is asking you, are you willing to make a change? Are you willing to make a transformation for your big, bold ideas and putting that thing first? Step number 4 is all about managing your energy. Have you ever had that ping pong match in your mind where you go from, I absolutely can do this, I know what my goals are, I'm gonna be able to achieve this, to the low of, I should have done this already, I should have known, I'm ashamed that I haven't done it. In that chasm is where your precious energy is literally being zapped. I will show you and teach you how to practice managing your energy so that you're staying in momentum towards creating that lifestyle. Step number 5 is about creating your right rhythm. It is so easy for us to look at others and say, if I only had what she had, if I didn't have the circumstances that I have, if I had the money that that person had, if I had the time or freedom or less responsibility, then I'd be able to live my true dreams and goals. Well, the fact is that you have a right rhythm that's already yours. So my goal is to teach you how to live in that right rhythm, which leads us to step number 6, which is all about building your brilliance team. Successful people don't go at their goals and dreams alone, and neither do you. There is so much support and so much wealth at your fingertips. My job is to teach you how to access it so that you can be in even more flow and more abundance. Step number 7 is all about quantum leaping your brilliance. And this is about stretching outside of your comfort zone so that you can create the life that you'd most love to live. And step number 8 is about reflecting on and celebrating your brilliance. As high-achieving women, we often are focused on checking things off of our to-do list. We can be taskmasters. We can talk to ourselves in ways that are quite critical and very harsh. Well, why would you celebrate something when you know you should do it anyway? Well, the fact is that the fuel in our gas tank really does matter. And if the fuel that you're driving on is criticism and is harsh, your momentum is going to wane. It's so important to celebrate and reflect on the achievements that you have created. It is powered up fuel in that gas tank that's going to get you from feeling stuck in the quicksand and making that quantum leap into your brilliance, into that lifestyle that you most love to live. Let me share with you just a few takeaways that Inspire clients have shared with me. And remember, these are ladies who are at the top of their game and yet feel like they are stuck in the quicksand because they want to express themselves in a bigger, bolder way. I've heard women tell me, I didn't even know I talked to myself in such a harsh way. Now that I'm less of a critic, I'm able to feel more ease and flow in my life. I've had women tell me, I knew that I wanted to express myself this way for years. And every day I'd wake up and say, maybe someday I'd be able to live this dream life. And now I'm living it. It was really important for me to move up my career ladder, but I was uncertain with how to play the political game at work at such an elite level. And now that I'm showing up as my true, authentic, brilliant self, new doors are opening for me and I'm willingly stepping through them. This is so exciting for women to be able to live their brilliance and create the lives that they'd most love to live. Women every day with the work of Inspire, practicing the 8-step quantum leap framework, and using the science behind personal transformation, literally are quantum leaping themselves. There's no more waiting for perfect for these women. My mission is to impact 1 million women's lives in my lifetime, and I want you to be one of them. I know that you are brilliant. I know that what you might feel on the inside is true about you. There is more to be expressed, and I want to support you, inspire you, and guide you for the science and the art of finesse for you to activate and live your brilliance to create the life that you'd most love to live. Are you ready to make your quantum leap? If so, I invite you to find out more about Inspire's one-to-one VIP coaching programs and about Finesse School, which is our virtual classroom that combines the best of the flexibility of a virtual experience with the power of group laser support. I am so excited for you to be living in this bolder, bigger, more brilliant version of yourself. You don't have to go at it alone. We are here to support you. Love and light to you and to be your brilliance.